Moin, I'm in bed with Chris, aka Fences, who's playing in Hamburg tonight. Very nice.
Yeah.
So we know what you're doing tonight. But
Yeah.
what happened last night?
Last night I was asleep because I got here in the morning and I fell asleep at 2 p.m. and then woke up at 2 a.m. So my polarity's a bit shifted.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have a night. I sort of deleted my night somehow.
So you stayed up since 2 a.m.?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So the gig will be very interesting tonight.
Yeah. I should be fine because I did sleep for 12 hours.
Okay.
But yeah, I have the dreaded jet lag. It's very real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the most annoying song to be woken up by?
Probably the song that's been my alarm for 4 years.
Yes.
It's The Way It Is by Bruce Hornsby. So if I hear that song anytime in my life, I just panic when I hear it.
Yes.
But it's a great I put it on because I love the song, but it's ruined forever.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The funny thing is that almost everyone who gets this answer and has a song as an alarm says the same thing. You absolutely should not use songs you like
they're done
for your alarm because then they're ruined
they're toast
forever.
Ultimate anxiety. Yeah,
absolutely. What keeps you from sleeping?
What keeps me from sleeping? Probably just my brain. Right. Our brains are pretty wild, and I think in order for a human being to sleep properly, it would take a lot of physical exhaustion. But I don't really do that. I do more of emotional or intellectual exhaustion, which doesn't really calm the body.
No.
So at night when I go to bed, my brain is exhausted, yet it still maintains a speed and a thing. But I feel like if I were to just run or jog, it would probably shut the system down more. So. Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a trick when you absolutely cannot fall asleep because your brain is just going wild?
I do. Every single night I listen to a book by Gary Paulson called Brian's Winter, which is the prelude, not the prelude. It's a sequel to The Hatchet, which is this famous book. But it's if Brian didn't get taken off, didn't get rescued out of the Alaskan wilderness. So I listened to that audiobook over and over because it's very much Brian built a fire and curled up in his bag and he heard the howls of wolves. So it's very calming. Yeah. But I've almost listened to that so much to where that's almost become the Bruce Hornsby song.
Yeah, so you need a new calming audiobook. I
need something new. Yeah.
I did like Harry Potter for a time. I used that as a trick because you know the story so well at some point that you also don't have to.
Well, I think there's a thing. If you know what's coming next, your brain is not anticipating, or you don't have to pay attention, right?
Exactly.
So
and then you can fall asleep.
Then you can just fall asleep.
Yeah, I have trouble falling asleep to something that I don't know.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that will work. Did you have an item as a kid that you needed for sleeping?
I did. I had this really big brown bear that had a missing eye.
Yeah.
And I would hold it, and it got lost. And my mother, this has been lost for 20 years, right? But my mother, for some reason, 4 months ago, sent me another one, but it's really small. Because I think she got it on Amazon or the internet, so she didn't know how small it was. So she's like, "I've got you another bear."
Okay,
So I do sleep with that in Brooklyn, but it's tiny.
Yeah,
it's not the same.
Yeah.
But I still sleep with the bear. And I had a girl over, and she was like, "Yo, you're so weird. You sleep with a bear." And I'm like, "Well, you can go home because this is my bear."
Exactly.
You're not cool
exactly. That happened to me once.
Did it really?
I also told that person that I would rather sleep with my teddy than with them if they think it's weird.
Exactly.
I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Good.
Perfect. Did one of your songs ever come out of a dream?
Oh my God, yeah, a lot of them.
Okay.
It's, how could I put it? it's almost like, so dreams are not actually like in the linear perception of what you think they are when you're sleeping. They happen in a flash, like right when you wake up, they all hit you at once. So that's a bit hard to like kind of decode, but I do know that there's been times that I've woken up multiple times where I'll have like this like weird melody with like glockenspiels and all like just different instrumentation in my head, and I'll remember the melody and put it down. But absolutely, like, but it's almost like not pleasurable. It's almost haunting, kind of.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you like can name like one song where you're sure that you put something out of a dream into?
Yeah, a song off Lesser Oceans called "Dogs at the Table." The da 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 dun 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 dun. Like I literally dreamt that melody. Like fucking just dreamt the exact melody and woke up and remembered it. And I called my guitar player and I was like, "Yo, here's this melody." We went in. I'm like, "Okay, it's based out of like an E minor," and we found it. But he's cursed with the same thing.
Okay.
He has the same thing. I mean, I've seen him pull a car over on the highway and pull a guitar out of a trunk and play something because something hit his brain. I mean, it's being a songwriter is wild. It's
wild. Yeah, but then you have to get it down instantly because otherwise it'll
go away forever. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, there's one. What things lie in or around your bed?
What things lie in or around my bed? Well, I got the bear.
Yes.
I have a lot of pillows. I like to hold pillows too.
Okay.
Next to my bed, I have a lamp that is made out of like deer feet.
Okay.
4 deer feet, and then like stretched deer skin that I often have to oil because the light dries the skin.
Yeah.
Right? So I have that, and then like this empty cigarette packs, like they stack and they stack and they stack.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you never throw them away. Books.
What do I have? I have Ask the Dust by John Fonte next to my bed right now. But it's waterlogged, like it got soaked, so it's like all fluffy.
Shit. Yeah.
And I just leave it there because a girl that I was in love with bought it for me, and I tried to throw it. I threw it outside, and it got rained on. The next day, I'm like, "No, I still love you," and I picked it back up. So I just leave it there, like spitefully. Like I've already read it, but it just sits there, just all fluffy and what? It's weird. Yeah.
I know. Last question already, and please do not answer. There's none or dust.
Okay.
You will understand what I mean in a second. The question is, which monster sleeps under your bed?
Probably myself.
Okay, that is a very excellent answer.
Yeah.
We're just going to leave it at that, aren't we?
Yeah.
Let's say bye to the internet.
Goodbye.
Bye.
And you are the river, but baby, you know I can't swim. You run through me coldly, through mountains, through trees, and through hills.